Guys, it's time for Breakthrough with Coach Lou. Coming to you live from Accelerate Life University, XLR8Life.com. Coach Lou will help you break through anything that's stopping you. Are you ready to get the motivation, the energy, the life, and all the success you really want and deserve? With no further ado, here's Coach Lou.
Again, we have made it to Friday this week, and let me ask you a question. Do you feel like you've been in control of your time this week? The worst question to ask is, who do you think has been in control of your time this week? You might say, Coach, it's the boss, it's the kids, it's my spouse, it's the this, it's the that. I gotta do. There's stuff you gotta do, Coach. Grow up. We're not little kids. You must be a little kid, Coach, because you claim to be in control of your time. I'm in control of a good portion of my time. Finally, in life, at this point in my life, I finally found some control of my time. Wow. Took me long enough. What about you? Do you live by the alarm clock, or the time clock that you got to punch, or the school bell, or the expectation of others? Or do you live by your schedule that is compelling for you? Okay, those are questions. Those are serious questions. Whose bell tolls for you? Is it the school bell? Is it, it's whether you're a parent or whether you're a student. Okay, that is time clock. Do you have a boss? Do you still punch in on a time clock or sign in or do it on the app on your phone? Even if you're working from home, do you still have to clock in and be at your desk from 9 to 5 each day? That's not a work from home, a self-directed. That is literally, it's no different than if you're sitting in an office and somebody's coming and scowling over their glasses because you responded to a text from your kids. Okay? Whose time? Who is controlling your time? Shout it out. Put it in the chats for me. Let me make sure I got all chats up and running. Let me know who is in control of your time. I would really like to know your answers to this, guys, because I'm going to get you some truth out of this, but we feel at times that somebody else controls us. Now, you might say, Coach, just cut it out. Stop right here. Lou, listen. My kids got to be at school at 8:30, and they got to be picked up at 3:30. I am the only parent. Maybe you're a single parent, or your other spouse, is busy in the business or works a job where they're not allowed to take off to go pick up their kids or something like that, where their time is controlled by somebody else. Okay, I understand that this is something you would really probably should do. If you don't pick your kids up, you don't go, I don't feel like picking them up today, or it doesn't match my schedule today to pick up the kids. The DHS will be at your house in no time. You'll have a problem. Okay, so we discussed last week, this past week actually, what is time? Time is simply a measure. Okay, it is a measure of what you're doing, what you're accomplishing, what time frame you have to do it in. Okay, what else is it? It's a perception. Have we ever had a moment in time that just seemed like it lasted forever, and then another moment where life went by so quickly you're like, what just happened? Okay. The cool thing is that we also found out is that time perception can be easily shifted from stress to appreciation very easily by appreciation. Okay. You can shift stress out of your life and feel more in control of your time when you appreciate the time that you have. And you might go, I really don't have that time, Coach. I don't get what part of this you're not getting. Well, I do get it. But you know what? Right now you're on borrowed time. We woke up this morning. We were blessed enough to wake up this morning. Thousands of people in our country and in the world didn't wake up this morning. They didn't make it. They ran out of time. Okay, so no matter how hectic your time schedule might feel, you might be taking the kids to school right now trying to listen to me, and they're fighting in the back seat, and you're going, what the heck? I just want to listen to Coach on learning how to control this time thing, and I don't even have time to listen to him. That's why we have the replays, guys. Don't forget, there's always another route. If something isn't working, take a different direction at it. Okay? So, your time control perceptions are crazy. What are the differences? So who do you think has this control? Is it your kids, getting them to school? Is it family stuff? You may be caring for an elder parent that, they need certain things at certain times and medications and stuff, and you can't just go, well, fend for yourself. Okay, so what's that control perception? Maybe you are a kid and your parents tell you got to be home at 9 o'clock at night, and you don't want to be home at 9 o'clock at night. They're controlling your time. Okay, what about the boss? Dun, 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 dun. You got to be here 40 hours a week. You know what? I am so dang excited when we finish up something early, and everybody gets to maybe go home an hour early one night, instead of going, well, we got to stay, we got to run out the clock. No, it's about outcome. Okay, I love it if for some reason we can say, you know what, we're done, guys. Take a chill, go home, recharge. Everybody worked really well. Obviously, if we're done early, everybody did really well. And it's not about running out the clock. And I hate clock runners. Okay, that's the sad part of it. I gotta sit here. Don't just sit there. If you're in a job and you finish your project, get with your boss and say, I'm done. What else we got going on? And if the boss says, hey, you know what? Catch an early night. That's cool. Go do something for yourself. But the worst thing in the world is somebody who just runs out the clock in life. We've all seen it in football games. And, you know me, I don't watch a lot of football on TV because I find it quite boring on TV, but I love a live game. And, it depends who's playing, too. But, I'm not going to just have football on in the background for the sake of having noise. Okay, if I want to watch it, I want to watch it. But the thing that tends to be the control thing is that time frame, that where everything is so controlled time wise. If you don't make the play in a certain amount of seconds, penalty. And it's just kind of like, get down to it. It's the thing I like about arena football. It's fast, quick, high scoring. That's how your life should be, not dragging it out and running out the clock. That was my original point. I kind of got off track there, but nobody likes a team that runs out the clock and that's how they win the game. Nobody. I don't care if it's your team or your home team or whatever. That's just a dirty way to play it. Play the game. Play the game of life. Don't run the clock out. Okay, what about the perception that governments or agencies control your time? We're in April. April 15th is right around the corner. Do you feel you are given a time constraint by the government? Try to, when you have a tax refund coming and they're running a little slow because they're short-staffed in the government, they never go, here's some added interest, here's some extra for you. Try filing your return a day late, especially your state returns, your sales tax, 10% of the tax due immediately for 1 day late. And sometimes that's an honest mistake because, when you file electronically, the dates change. If you mail it in, it's a different story. The date is the same date each month as long as it's postmarked. But if you file electronically, do the responsible thing, it might be 3 or 4 days earlier than the person that mails it. And you go, seriously? I didn't know Monday was one of these new wackadoodle holidays that we've never heard of before. What do you mean? What do you mean it was due Friday instead of Tuesday? Or something like that. So do you feel that the government or agencies control your time? Sometimes you do. What about a stoplight or commute? Oh my God, yesterday I did my really focused days, a month and a day. We're going to talk more about that. And part of it is focused deep work. and then focused relaxation. So I went for a massage yesterday. Left plenty of time to get there. Every single red light. I'm like, can we have some traffic flow? I started to get annoyed because I'm like, they're controlling me. These red lights are controlling me. I can't get to where I want to get to when I want to. Or you get in a commute and, they shut a lane down. Are they controlling your time? You could feel that way. Let's face the reality, though. Nobody really controls your time. Are there constraints that pop up? Do you go to the grocery store and you don't walk to the front of the line and say, hey, I'm controlling my time, baby. You screw all you people. No, you get in line and it might be longer and it might set you back, but you're in control of what you do with that time. What if you get in the long line? What if you go to the DMV and they're like, well, we had a couple people not show up, even though you had a 2 o'clock appointment, you're probably not going to get served till 3. Now, our local little DMV over here is pretty darn good. If you have a 2 o'clock appointment, you're usually in and out of there by 2:15, which is great, but sometimes not. But what do you do if something happens or, you got to wait on another document or something? Put your AirPods in, your headphones on, and listen to a podcast. Go back and listen to one of the shows you missed here. That would be the best use of your time. You regain control when your perception is, this is my time anyway. It is your time. You own your time. It's your perception. And I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to tell you camera focus issues this morning. Let's get a little better lighting in here. How's that, guys? I don't like being blurry. I'm not a blurry kind of guy. I'm pretty cut and dry. I get to the point. There's a lot of, I would say, I stick to the black and white, but no, honestly, a little side shoot here for you. See, people say that they're, either I see it in black and white or I see it in gray and it's gray. Well, no, life is full of color, okay? You don't walk outside and see gray grass, at least I hope not. If you're totally colorblind, yeah. Gray skies, which today looks like it's going to be a gray sky day. You see color. Well, that's how your life is. It's colorful. It's playful. It's, sometimes you don't like it as much. Sometimes you don't like what you have to deal with. But when you take your perception into this time thing and go, you know what, I don't like the fact that I had a software problem and couldn't get done on time. Hey, you know what? Nothing's going to change the fact you had a software problem, but if you looked at it and go, what am I going to learn here? I got to learn from this, because next time it happens, I don't want to wait 3 days for tech support or, upgraded tickets, this, that, and the other, and then they fix it. You go, oh, I could have done that if you had just told me. See, you learn. If you look at everything as an opportunity to learn, okay? So how could you learn from the getting the kids to school thing? So when you come back and check the post, you're going to get kind of a written version of this story, because I thought it was good. Say you take your kids to school every morning. You're pretty all right with this, because you've gotten that time under control to where you've got a morning routine going. You're in a good spot, and you got some bonding time with the kids on the way, and it's a really good thing. 5 days a week you're taking the kids to school, and you're like, I could use a break one day out of the week, and there's this yoga class. I can't make it if I take the kids to school on Wednesday mornings, so just give the kids a day off, baby. No, that's not quite gonna probably fly. Kids would like it, I'm sure, but it's probably not gonna fly. So what are some options you could do? Well, you could find a different yoga class at a different time, but maybe this is your favorite instructor that teaches your favorite class. Personally, for yoga, I like yin. Maybe that's the only yin yoga class of the week you can take. And you can't do it because you take your kids to school, and you can't not take your kids to school, and you love your kids, but you could really use a break. So what would you do? Give up one or the other, or be mad? You can't do yoga in the car while you're driving. Okay. So what would be the options? How could you take control of that time? Wait a minute. Sally says that she wants to take this spin class on Thursday mornings, but she can't do it because it's at the same time she's taking her kids to school. Now, Sally lives down the street from you. Well, all of a sudden the light bulb goes on, and you decide to go say, hey, Sally, if you take the kids on Wednesday, I'll take yours on Thursday, and we both get what we want. What a wonderful idea. Okay? Nobody's going to suffer. The kids aren't going to get left home alone. You're not going to miss your yoga. Sally didn't miss her spin. And everything's good. You've now taken control of your time, leveraged it, and taken it a notch up. You even helped somebody else. That's a win. Okay? And you go, Lou, good try, but I don't have a Sally. Okay. No Sally. You've tried to find somebody to do this. Maybe your spouse could do it. No spouse. Okay. Well, then, and you can't find another way to do it, but you really love yin yoga. What else could you do? Could you take the kids to a morning care on the way to at school, either a morning type of care or outside, or even take the kids to school? A lot of them have preschool morning stuff going on, and could you do that? Or could you, even if it came down to it, find a yoga instructor that teaches that yin class on YouTube and do it on demand? Okay, there you are. You're taking control of your time. It might not be the exact time that you really would have wanted to do it, but did you miss out? Or did you find an alternative? Did you create a way? This is what everything we do here on Breakthrough with Lou is all about. It's about finding these ways to do, have, and be what you want and still function as a normal human being in society. Because let me tell you something, it's not all about me all the time. Okay, this is really about you. This is why I do the show. It's to create the show for you. And this is for you. But sometimes you have to play within some of the other constraints and rules of this world. How do you do it and still get what you want? Is that not really our goal and outcome here? How do you get what you want and still be a human being? And still not be selfish. I think that's what I'm going for. It's okay to be self-aware. It's okay to be self-serving and take care of yourself. But selfish is not a great thing. Okay, I got a tool for this. Okay, and it's super, super easy. Number one, you when it comes to getting back your time, you anticipate what could feasibly get in my way. And how can I deal with that? Okay, in the example of the yoga class, what could get in the way? Well, there could be no Sally. But if there is a Sally and you do that, and you're on a roll doing it, well, what happens if Sally gets sick one week? Okay, well, what do we do? Oh my God. Well, maybe you just miss your yoga class that week and make it up, or you do a one online. Or you could have a backup person that you could call and say, hey, owe me a favor, take the kids for me. Or, hey, Grandma, you said you wanted to spend more time with the kids and you're retired? Come on, grab the kids and take them to school this weekend. You know what? You can pick them up on Wednesday, too, because I'm going to go have a spa day or something. Or whatever it is, or a golf day if you're a guy. I mean, not that girls can't play golf and not that guys can't go get massages or go do yoga. Okay? I'm not saying that. All right. The other thing is to innovate. How do you innovate and be flexible and creative with your schedule? How do you innovate this? How do you take it to the next level? Routines. Set yourself up to win. Okay, so you're anticipating. How can I work this into the schedule? What's coming up? What do I have to work around? Like next week, I have an extra benefit event that I have to do. Well, I have to anticipate that it's coming. I have to innovate my schedule because it disrupts my normal schedule. So I've got to be creative to get done what I still need to get done and what I want to get done because I'm losing a big chunk of time. which is fine because I want to do this. And then you create your routines, your schedules, your path to where you're going, so that you have literally a map of how you do this. What is your life map? Wow, pretty cool, huh? You can really do this. You got to innovate, though. So I could give you endless examples of this, and we could go on and on and on, but I think you've got the idea. Anticipate, in other words, have a look at what's coming, and have a look at what you want and fit it in there. Okay, I don't care how busy you are. Busy is not the goal. Productive is the goal. You can anticipate what's coming up. Okay, I know I have to pick up the kids. I know I have to be in this meeting. I know I have this event coming up. Okay, plug it in the calendar. Then innovate and go, how can I do things that match? What if you found a way to talk to your boss on that yoga example, where you could drop the kids off early for morning care, hit the yoga class, and come into work a few minutes later because your boss really needs somebody to help out at closing more on Wednesday evening, and say, hey, we're pretty full staffed in the morning, but I know you're having trouble finding somebody for that extra hour on Wednesday night. What if we just adjusted my schedule? That's innovating. That's looking at something and going, how can I take what is and make it better to fit my needs? And then you create the way to do it. You create the habits. You create the standards of, okay, this is what is going to happen in a day. What if you want to learn to speak another language? I don't have time for that. Really? What happens in between the time you drop the kids off to school? And I know I'm using this as an example. You might go, I don't have kids, coach. Well, just you fit yourself in there. You drop the dog off at the vet and you're going to work. Could you not practice Spanish in the car for the 30 minutes it takes you to get to work? Well, coach, I work from home. I go from the bedroom to my desk. Okay, could you get up 15 minutes earlier and get one of these nice little Spanish apps and do 15 minutes in the morning before you start your day? Well, coach, I already don't get enough sleep. Okay, well, maybe you go to bed a few minutes earlier at night. Well, no, I got to watch my favorite show. Well, if you're watching TV till the minute you go to bed, it's no wonder you can't get to sleep. Okay? So these are things, when you create that schedule, that map of how to get there, all of a sudden you find, I have this time. And I've been working on something that's amazing. Like yesterday I did it. It has to do with focus blocks and focus days and how to really compact and get stuff done and get ahead of the game. I'm not going to jump ahead and start telling you about it, but it's coming. Where you really can get this stuff is such a standard that you go, wow, I cannot believe how much I can get done and not be stressed. Okay, this second Thursday I've done that. Yesterday that I've done this, and I got so much accomplished and had such an amazing day. I was in such an amazing mood and felt great, and I've gotten a lot less work done in a day before, and just been burned out, tired, and PO'd, and just miserable, and romped into the ground. And then you got this way of doing things. And it's like, ooh, I'm onto something for our breakthrough family here. So send me your comments and let me know what you think, guys. I'm going to see you next time, where we are going to absolutely kick butt. On Monday morning, we're going to have another great show, and it's going to talk about who has more time. We're going to compare, why this person seems to have more time and this person seems to have no time, and really dig into what that's all about. Because that is to say, I don't have as much time as you do, is an absolute lie. We all have 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 24 hours in a day, and so on. That is the one thing, and the only thing that's really equal, and the only thing that should be equal. Let's face it. I mean, I'm not talking about rights, human rights and stuff. I'm talking about outcomes from what you do in a business, physically, and your exercise routine. the one who puts in more effort, the one who puts in more heart and soul, should get more rewards. The person who's lazy should not. Okay, that's, and I don't believe that there are truly lazy people, and somebody's always going to come along and say, well, this person's got a health issue or that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about two people, equal physical, equal opportunity, and one does nothing with it and the other one rocks. Well, the one that rocks should get more result. And this is what I'm trying to get you to do. Step up and rock. This is the idea. We got one life, guys. One life. And you may as well get to the end of that life and go, oh my God, what an amazing life. Oh my God, I had an impact. Oh my God, I helped others up. Not handed out, but helped others up. I led people to find the best in themselves. I mean, what a beautiful way to go out if you could say that, you helped 10 people, 100 people better themselves. What about 1 million? And wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be really cool to help people to help themselves? Well, that's what we're trying to do. That's just like a little tribe here, guys. This is a family. We're trying to pull each other up and help each other. And I'm not coming to you as the God guru. Oh my God, I got it all. You know what? I have my ups, downs, challenges too. I just set it up to win more often than lose. And when a challenge comes up, I look at it as that, a challenge, not a problem anymore. How am I going to grow from this? What did I learn? Every time there's a computer issue, every time there's a software issue, every time there's a conflict with somebody, right on the other side of that is new learning and new growth. You look back and go, wow, I either learned what to do or what not to do next time. But there always will be a next time. You're never going to be problem-free unless you are gone. So we don't want to be problem-free. We don't want to be challenge-free. We don't want any of that. We want the problems. Bring it on. There's a Spartan creed that I got hanging in my gym that's from the Spartan race. And it's like, God, please, don't give me comfort and serenity. Give me all you got, to break through. Give me the hardship. Give me the challenges. But just give me the strength and belief to continue on. And that's more important than, just give me a soft couch to lay on all day long. Soft couch isn't going to do it. Okay? Getting in a cold plunge every morning and jacking your system up and getting in a sauna and taking care of your body and going out there and doing things. And, when you're successful, helping others. That's where the real juice of life is. Okay, that was a little bit of a rant this morning, but I want you guys to feel this. I want you to dig into what's in here in your heart and soul. Are you living it? Are you living your heart and soul dream? Or are you just kind of getting through life? Kind of getting through life, you're going to get to the end of it and you're going to go, holy shit, that was not what I counted on. Oh my God, it's gone. It passed. Time passed. Oh, yeah, what a miserable type of situation to go. Time just passed me by. And you didn't really have an impact. So, don't live by the alarm clock. Don't live by the time clock. Live by your soul clock. And make sure that it is better, gives you more, gives more to others than a time clock or any of that other stuff would do. All right, guys, be blessed, live with faith, energy, passion, always live your dreams. This is Coach Lou signing off until the next roundabout.
Ready to take it to the next level? Tune in to XLR8Life.com for our live shows, encore presentations, life-changing courses, and live coaching with Coach Lou himself. As Coach Lou always says, live with faith, energy, love, passion, and always live your dream.